The paradox we are about to explore is called the heat-death paradox. Imagine a universe stretched infinitely, moving slowly toward a stillness so complete it seems impossible to imagine motion before silence. This paradox invites us to pause and wonder, if everything must fade into perfect quiet, what drove the cosmos to spark with energy and light in the first place? Like an old symphony winding down, the universe sings its final notes in a cosmic lullaby where each star's warm glow becomes a fleeting memory. It asks quietly about beginnings and endings, about chaos and order dancing briefly before dissolving into the gentle hush of eternity. Through this, we glimpse a profound tension between motion and stillness, birth and decay, noise and silence. In this vast silence yet to come, there is a strange comfort and a haunting question. The universe, born from the explosive heat of creation, marches slowly to a time when no heat remains, where no energy can fuel change. The stars will dim, reactions will cease, and the cosmos will become a frozen, still frame in an endless expanse. We find ourselves standing between these two impossible truths, between the fevered pulse of life's arising and the quiet, inevitable ebb toward nothingness. This slow fading whispers to us about impermanence and persistence, about how meaning might be found amid the certainty of eventual silence. Ishan lives alone in a future so distant it feels like a dream stretched thin across time. No stars burn above, no sun rises to touch the earth, only a faint, fading glow from the last heat left in the universe. In his solitude, a small orb hums softly, radiating warmth from the universe's last breaths. Every day, Ishan powers on this machine, and with a gentle voice, he asks the orb a simple question: is there anything left to do? The orb's reply is patient, unchanging, only to wait. In that waiting, Ishan carries the weight of all existence, held quietly in the glow of a dying cosmos. Within the stillness surrounding him, Ishan's world contracts into a space where hope and despair mingle like shadows at dusk. The orb's warmth is a fragile comfort, a reminder of what once was and what will soon be no more. Ishan listens to the silence between each pulse of heat, feeling the slow collapse of time around him. His solitude is not just physical, but cosmic, the last witness to a universe unraveling toward calm. Yet in this vast loneliness, there is a strange dignity, an acceptance of waiting without expectation, bearing the quiet truth of what remains when all else fades. As days meld into nights without sun or moon, Ishan contemplates the paradox of his existence. If the universe is destined to end in uniform stillness, why did it leap into chaotic light and motion at all? His thoughts echo through the quiet chamber where the orb hums, a question unanswered but deeply felt. He wonders about the meaning of a life played out in the twilight of time, where every heartbeat seems simultaneously fragile and resolute. Waiting becomes an act of defiance, a silent rebellion against the creeping cold that threatens to brush out even his faint warmth. In the gradual dimming of energy, Ishan feels the pull between surrender and resistance. The universe drifts peacefully toward equilibrium, yet his spirit stirs conflicts beneath the surface of stillness. He imagines the cosmos as a vast ocean, smoothing its waves until the ripples vanish in endless calm. But he, like a single wave, rises briefly against this flattening tide, yearning to leave a trace of rhythm or noise in the silence that encroaches. The fragility of this moment sharpens, making each breath a pulse of life amid the slow slide to oblivion. Ishan's story deepens with the whisper of hope that maybe, in the heart of stillness, something new might flicker to life. Some physicists imagine fluctuations in the fading warmth, a final spark returning uncertainty to the cosmic page. Could the dead silence ripen into a quiet explosion once more? This possibility colors Ishan's waiting with a subtle light, a delicate tension between closure and rebirth. Though eternity calls for silence, the slimmest chance of noise flickers within this lullaby of cosmic endings, inviting us to imagine revival in the void. Through his silent vigil, Ishan begins to see the paradox not as a fatal conclusion, but a delicate balance between motion and stillness. The heat death is no ruthless enemy, but a patient partner in the dance of existence, inviting contemplation of what it means to be transient ripples in an ever-flattening sea. He senses that meaning does not vanish at the end, but transforms, shifting from loud gestures to subtle presence. In the quiet between the fading stars, Ishan finds a gentle acceptance, a cradle for his hopes and fears rolled into one long, whispered breath. Eventually, Ishan understands that waiting itself is a sacred act, a testament to life's delicate refusal to vanish without trace. The paradox asks, if the universe slips into silence, does that silence diminish what came before, or does it magnify the fleeting dance of warmth and motion we once shared? He sits softly in this question, feeling the slow pulse of cosmos within him and around him, woven into the tapestry of narrowing time. Between chaos and calm, Ishan's vigil becomes a quiet meditation on endurance, on beauty, and the tender strength of a solitary heartbeat. And so, as you lie here now, warm and still beneath a sky faint with distance, ponder this gentle challenge. If the universe is moving toward silence, what melody are you leaving behind? Does your presence ripple against the quiet backdrop of eternity, or does it fold softly into the inevitable hush? If everything ends in stillness, does that make every heartbeat a rebellion, a brief, luminous refusal to fade? The heat-death paradox is not just about the end of stars or time, but the quiet persistence of meaning born in the slow dance between light and shadow. What song, then, do you choose to sing into the dusk?